Welcome to Bill Faeth Unfiltered, where we give you actionable episodes without the bullshit. Here is your host, Bill Faeth.
Hey, welcome back to Bill Faeth Unfiltered. I want to talk to you today about the Airbnb update and the aftermath. It's been a few days, and literally there's a lot of people doing clickbait out there and just trying to freak you the heck out. There is no reason to freak out. Really, not that much has changed, to be honest with you. If you are using a PMS, owner res, hospitable, guesty, whatever, you just need to let them know in your listing what information is going to be required. Are you doing background checks? Put it in your listing. You're going to require an email address to be able to send out a contract to sign? Put it in your listing. It's really that simple. I don't see anything different than this, but where I think people, and there's certain coaches like myself that are trying to get you fired up, trying to get more views, trying to get you to pay to come to their webinars, whatever it is, they're trying to freak you out. And I think they're doing a really good job of it because a lot of people are freaking out about what's going on. This is very, very standard stuff. Look, at the end of the day, Airbnb wants to own their customer, just like you want to own your customer. Will it get closer and closer to being completely shut down like Amazon? There is absolutely no question in my mind that that's going to happen. If you sell something on Amazon, FBA, whatever, books, staplers, pens, microphones, hats, you don't own the customer. There's ways that you can try to acquire that customer. Amazon doesn't like it, and there's terms of service that we have to follow. So at the end of the day, it's really simple. Airbnb controls the playground. We bring our ball to play in their sandbox. We have to play by their rules. You can get pissed, you can leave, you can do whatever. If you want to do the whole Ellen DeGeneres thing and leave the country, by all means, that's your own prerogative if you want to leave the platform. But let me tell you this, Airbnb isn't going anywhere. Airbnb is the largest traffic generator for us, the largest booking generator, the largest aggregator for us. And it's going to be that way for the foreseeable future. I do believe that Google Vacation Rentals is going to give it a run for its money, especially if Google decides to put any type of really decent marketing budget into Google Vacation Rentals. But at the end of the day, we still need to own our customer. And there's a lot of ways that we can do this. We just need to make sure that all of you, and I want to make sure that all of you guys understand the terms of service. And pretty much the way that I read it is if you let the guests know pre-booking in your description, it's not a problem. Once again, Superhog ID verification. Somebody posted in my group, bye-bye Superhog. Well, I don't see that happening. Now, if you're not integrated with PMS, if you start messaging in the platform, Airbnb Verbo, and asking for email addresses and stuff like that, that's going to be a direct violation. And I don't really see this as gray area or going around their back or, doing anything that, is any different than what we've done in the past. So you want to drop back. I believe that every one of you should have QR codes sitting on nightstands, have it when you check in for easy access to Wi-Fi. And you should be using something to require StayFi, Market My STR, whatever, to have people access and capture their emails. Run contests in your touch stay guides. Run contests, in your Airbnbs or short-term rentals for guests to be able to enter and win. I mean, I did this all the way back pre-COVID. I gave away a free week at my Fort Morgan, Alabama beach house every year. And they just tag you on Instagram to enter. More people that tag you, the more posts that they share, the more virality you get for your property, the more opportunities they get to enter. There's a lot of those things that we can do to build what's the most important thing here, folks. If you want to own your customer, it's building your email list. There is nothing more important in business than building your email list. And it's something that a lot of people don't talk about. And they say, oh, let's just go to Instagram. Let's just go to Facebook and build social media. That's great. But building your email list is going to be the most important thing that you can do. And the 3 ways that are the easiest way to do this is by leveraging Market My STR, StayFi, or in property QR, like really nice QR codes. Don't go just put sheets of paper and print shit out and put it in a PDF and lay it on your counter, but get something designed really nice with Wi-Fi access a QR code, frame it, just like a little frame, could be a 3x4 that you put on each nightstand next to a nice cold bottle of water and your USB chargers. That's how we can do acquisition, right? And then send them to a form to be able to fill out the form and get access to the Wi-Fi. And are you going to get everybody? No, it's just not that possible. But these are steps that we need to take to where we can build our email list, own our customer, get the opportunity to re-market to them. And really, we're sharing them, with Airbnb. But the way that I look at it is if I follow their terms of service and then I can acquire them and then they decide to book with me, that's all fair. And, they may change those rules in the future, but I do not see it that way at all. And I know a lot of you may be thinking, well, that's a lot of extra steps that I got to do. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, kind of transitioning out of the Airbnb thing and into the 2 extra steps. And if you've seen me use that hashtag on you can see my Instagram right there, Bill Faeth 73. I use it a lot there. I mean, that's honestly been my secret sauce. And one of the things that I see going on in our industry right now is that people want to take the easy way out. And the easy way out is never going to be the path to financial freedom. It's never going to be the path to maximize your ADR. It's never going to be the path to get the highest return on investment that you're making. And for many of us, these are the largest investments that we'll ever make in our life, the riskiest investments we'll ever make in our life. So we should be doing those extra things. And once again, kind of goes back to the influencers and the coaches. I mean, there's no question, Kenny Bedwell and myself, STRnomics, our podcast, we haven't done it for a while, but one of the reasons we kind of slowed down and stopped is because we were ruining markets. When we talk about markets and everybody floods into it, but they flood into it for the wrong reasons. The same thing as when you follow the herd on social media. Oh my God, Hocking Hill is horrible, or Hocking Hill is great, or Blue Ridge is great, or Blue Ridge is, horrible. I'm going to sit here and tell you that any market that has traffic in it can be great. You just can't go in and be average. You've got to be Tom Brady. We all have the same ability to take that good house, that average house, and turn it into something great, but most do not. That creates an opportunity for those of you that are to be able to go into any market. And I mean that genuinely. I never thought I would invest into the Panama City Beach market. I'm not a guy that goes down there. Our family, we go to Seaside or something a little bit nicer than that. It's kind of the redneck Riviera. I own in Gulf Shores. We don't vacation down there a lot, but it's a great investment. So I found a property to invest into. I'm not investing into Panama City Beach. I'm not investing into the Emerald Coast. I'm investing into that property inside of that building, the condo building. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath condo. And a lot of people say, oh my God, it's so saturated down there. You can't do 1 and 2-bedroom condos. Well, you can if you do it better than everybody else. And I want to fucking do it better than all you guys. There's no question, right? Or at least I have the confidence in my ability and my wife's ability to out-design the other condos, to out-market the other condos, to out-hospitality the other condos, and most importantly, to bring them back again and again. That's why I'm pushed to 43% direct bookings. That's because I own my customer. I'm not going to let Airbnb get in the way of that. I'm not going to take anything risky. I'm not going to do anything to risk violating the terms of service. I don't want to get knocked off the platform, but I do own my customers. And I do use my 250-day rebooking funnel. And I do use text messaging and email marketing through Market My STR. But what I don't do is I don't go spend stupid money, to build a 5-page, 6-page website. I don't spend $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 and then pay somebody that's trying to fucking scam you, $100 a month to host your website when you can get that done for free. I build one-page websites and Market My STR. And the secret weapon is for me to throw Future Stay as the booking widget. And this is what I'm talking about when I talk about the 2 extra steps. I mean, I've built all these templates and given them to Scott Hill at Market My STR. They are waiting for you. You can use the exact same thing that I do. Just sign up, ask for Bill's templates. They will put them in your system and you just add your copy and your images and you're ready to go. But here's the secret weapon. And this is part of that 2 extra steps is we got to do a little bit of work. And I've seen it since the Airbnb update, about direct bookings. Hey, I use OwnerRez, and I put out a podcast with Phil Kennard from Future Stay a couple of days ago. And people are like, why would I use Future Stay? I've already got owner res. It's included. Well, I know. So's Hospitable. So's Guesty. So's every other PMS out there. But those are the average ones. Those are the standard 3-2 that has IKEA furniture and Amazon furniture and does $50,000 a year in gross revenue. Future Stay is the super property. Future Stay is the highest converting direct booking widget on the market. They also have direct integration to Google Vacation Rentals. Direct, like the only platform that is direct. I have seen an 11% increase in my direct bookings since I've switched from the owner res booking widget to the Future Stay booking widget. And here's what I want you to understand. I love owner res. I am not switching. I'm not even contemplating, not going to Hostfully, HostAway, Guesty, Lodgify, Hospitable, not using Future Stay as my PMS. Although you can, and I think you should, if you have 3 properties or less and you're thinking about staying that size, because it's the easy button. It's got built-in dynamic pricing management, calendar syncs, the direct booking in 4 minutes. You don't even have to build it. Google Vacation Rentals integrations. It's got everything, and it's super simple, super easy. But for me, with somebody with a lot of properties, I'm just using it for the direct bookings. And you can use it as a standalone, or you can do what I do and take it and embed it inside of Market My STR. And when I do that, I've seen an 11% increase in direct bookings. So think about this. If you are average, you're doing under 10% in direct bookings. I mean, most people don't do any, but even if you're trying a little bit, you're doing probably around 8 to 10% if you're decent. So if you can add 11%, and I'm not talking, that's 11% of the total bookings that you're getting, right? So if you're at 50, if you do 50 bookings a year and you're at 8%, 10%, that's 5. So that's really 4 bookings. But if we can add 11% to where we go to 21% direct bookings, now we're at 12 bookings. So if I can go from 4 to 12, that's doubling my direct bookings, just 4 to 12, right? Well, that's not 4 to 12. Actually, that's tripling. So I've added 8 direct bookings. If I'm only doing $2,000 a night, $500 a night ADR, and 4-night minimums, whatever that is. And if you look at that on 50 bookings, you're going to be right around 185, 200 days. So you could be at 75% occupancy, roughly 65, 75%. And that's $2,000 a booking. That's $16,000 in profit. What would you do with $16,000 in additional profit off of your short-term rental? You don't even have to be a mega super property. When this happens with properties that are doing $70,000 a year, $60,000 a year in direct bookings, I honestly look at Panama City Beach. For me, we're not going to be ready to go till the middle of May. That's next month. We're right up against the heart of summer bookings, way inside the booking lead time. So I'm going to be super aggressive with my direct bookings. I'm probably going to give 10, 15% discounts with my direct bookings so I can own the customer, so I can bring them in and use my existing email list to fill those bookings and not just wait on Airbnb and Vrbo. But if I only have an 8% conversion rate, I'm going to be leaving a lot of money on the table. That's where doing these little extra steps, folks, these little extra things make such a huge difference in how much money you're going to make in your short-term rentals. The little things matter. Taking those 2 extra steps, pulling this thing out when somebody books. Hey, Lori, thank you so much for booking my new condo in PCB. My name's Bill. I'm the owner along with my wife. You'll probably see her in the Airbnb messaging or Vrbo or wherever you booked. Just so excited to have you. I think you're going to love what my wife has done with this. It's the nicest place in the building. We've got 2 amazing pools. We've got, the restaurant, food service delivery, all this stuff. But most importantly, if you need anything from planning to amenities, reservations, dolphin tours, whatever it is, just reach out to us anytime. We're here for you 24 hours a day. That just takes 25 seconds for that welcome video. 25 seconds. Hit text. Text it to Lori. Man, the relationship that you start building, that is the impetus for you to make sure her and her family have a tremendous stay with you. And then it's leading in the relationship building, that personalization for her to come back and stay with you again. That happens immediately when somebody books. And it is so important to the back end to get them to rebook. It's not just about sending an email. It's a sequence of events that we want to have happen to be able to bring people back. But If I go back to the Airbnb update and Airbnb takes away the ability for us to own the customer, I don't earn the opportunity to be able to do that. So really the first step, if you're not on a PMS, you probably need to get on a PMS. And if you're not on a PMS, that means you probably only have, 1 or 2 or 3 properties. FutureStay is that answer for you. Go to futurestay.com/Bill. Use my name, futurestay.com/Bill. And there's a special deal that Phil Kennard gave to me for you. Whether you're going to use it just for direct bookings like I do because you have a lot of properties, or you're looking for the full-blown easy button for your PMS, check it out, because I think it's going to be a game changer for a lot of you, regardless of the number of properties, because you have 2 ways to be able to use it. At the end of the day, I would not be freaking out about this update. Just read it, understand it, do the disclosures inside the listings. I think that's the big thing that they're looking at, and understand that you have essentially a different relationship with Airbnb if you are not on a PMS versus using a PMS. But we just need to disclose all of those things. Once again, if we're going to require a contract to be signed, if we're going to require emails to access Wi-Fi, if we're going to do credit checks, if we're going to do background checks through Superhog, whatever it is, just make sure it's disclosed. And nobody knows. Sean Raskovich doesn't know. Mark fucking Simpson doesn't know. I don't know. We're making assumptions on our own interpretations of reading what has been sent to us and going through the terms of service, because we really can't get Airbnb to do a confirmation on it. But I will promise you it's going to be managed by AI. So that's why we want to be careful. There will be some flags for it. It's not going to be perfect. It's not like they have a team of 10,000 human beings, watching every message and seeing what's happening. They're all AI flagged. So if you get on that border, if you get close to that gray line, that middle line, and you step over, you're going to run the risk of that AI flagging you. And we don't know how hard it's going to be able to get it unflagged. So just be cautious, be careful, do the right thing, but still make sure that you own your customer. And if you've seen any value here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys on the next episode of Bill Faeth Unfiltered.